More and more channels are talking about YouTube updates crushing views, and people claiming that attention is dead and then preaching the path of educators who optimize for trust instead of views, and etc. Well, I have my own opinions on this YouTube and businesses realm, and I also split them to two business categories. One is online expert businesses and second are brick and mortar. First of all, for clarity of this video, I will separate my observations into these sections. Alright, but who I am. In 2023, I started 3 YouTube channels in different niches and posted on various topics. My main channel was about learning English at home. In my previous video, I shared the most important and basic knowledge about, and my plan was to document my journey of achieving English fluency and monetize this knowledge with some sort of offer, like low-ticket product or coaching calls. But there were 3 problems. First, at that time I wasn't really expert enough to be teaching others and get paid for it, in my opinion. Second, if I was learning English at home using free resources, what could I sell to people that would make sense for them to buy? Like roadmap? And third, I was rushing to make money out of my YouTube channel and therefore I was not making wise decisions for the long term. So I quit that path of a language coach and switched to learning copywriting. After practicing writing email sequences, landing pages, Facebook ad copy, I reached out to hundreds of businesses with my copywriting service offer until I realized that what businesses need the most is clients or leads. And one of the best marketing engines to get warm leads is YouTube. So again, I came to YouTube. And that's how we segue into our first section. If you are an educational YouTuber, you should hear this. With the mass AI integration in search engines, a lot of channels' views started plummeting, and this is how it began. Since January 2025, a lot of people were prompting AI to ask questions like how to do this or explanations of specific things. And that's why most of YouTube content of such type are getting less views now, because people are simply going to AI for their answers and moving on. If I would show you how AI search engines affected education niche on YouTube, it would look something like this. Keep in mind, this is not precise data. And here's the problem, it's not getting any better. The same source from before predicts that by 2028, $750 billion in US revenue will flow through AI-powered search engines, and a lot of consumers intentionally use it to make buying decisions. Which means that if you are an educational channel, you should go beyond step-by-step information sharing and include more human elements into your content. For example, live streams, storytelling, live events, things that are more aligned on your human side as much as your expert side. If you want to get more clients, you need to get more new audiences. And further in this video, I want to share my observations of how you can achieve that by doing something completely different from what most of educational channels are doing and sharing with you interesting phenomenon. But first, brick and mortar businesses and YouTube. So I've seen some reaction videos that touch upon this issue of small businesses struggling financially and getting shut down in US, UK and everywhere. And at the same time, there are some businesses that are thriving despite those economics, like this man named Ben. For the most part, he just makes reviews on appliances and then puts affiliate links to the products using YouTube shop feature.
We're pulling in about $1.8 million a year out of our business in Circleville. I would say parts, affiliates, and AdSense are probably 80% of my 80% of $1.8 million, somewhere around there is what I would hazard to guess.
Wow. And what would the last 20-ish% be?
Brick and mortar, and then eBay.
Also, I noticed that more physical business owners are posting content on YouTube in the format of behind the scenes like this.
Brought my product from idea to prototype to last month doing $415,000 in sales.
Or like this baker from UK, whose bread is getting sold out in half a day. And just look at how much views he gets on his videos. I'm not saying that his business is doing well only because of YouTube, but I feel like with more competition rising, YouTube could be differentiator of local brick and mortar businesses too. That's one thing that I noticed about YouTube, which you could potentially use for your business. And now finally to the point that I teased previously. Do you remember in the beginning I said about channels that started promoting educational paths on YouTube because attention is dead? I disagree with this notion. Attention is not dead. Its internet became fragmented. I'll explain what this means right now. You see, since internet came, making content became accessible to almost anyone with internet, and the big niches started branching out. General reaction content got sub-niches of specific experts reacting to things. General cooking niche got sub-niches of specific themes like cooking food from anime, cooking food outside, cooking food from 19th and 20th centuries and so on. What's making getting more views harder is that YouTube's latest update specifically designed an algorithm to serve videos based on users' interest. So if you are inside this bubble, for example, fitness niche, or niche, and your channel is here, you'll be constrained by algorithm and will mostly reach a small amount of fitness interested audiences. But as a business person, you probably know that there are more potential clients outside your bubble that you can reach. But how? Allow me to show you a great example of this. I show speed.
My shift in reality has just changed.
He grew his YouTube channel from 17 million to 50 million subscribers in 3 years and got additional 6 billion views using this strategy. Here is how he did it. He was a simple YouTuber playing games at his house and doing streams on random topics, but in 2023 it changed. He started doing more live streams in different countries and topics, constantly engaging with a lot of local people and getting himself millions of views almost on all of them. Slowly and surely, he was making himself a name. Turkey, Portugal, meeting Ronaldo, Delhi, India, Mark Rober, South Korea, Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, games. He was flooding internet with his personal brand, connecting all those topics on the internet like countries, celebrities, game, football, traveling, vlog, etc. He was escaping the limit of one's niche bubble and therefore growing his channel massively to the 50+ million subscribers and billions of views. Of course, you might be thinking, oh, but subscribers are useless nowadays and I don't want to go viral, it's bad for business. Valid concern. But my point was not that you need to do global stunts like I show speed. No, it was about escaping the constraints of your sub-niche by finding gaps that your competition haven't filled in. If they are thinking only in this field of fitness, then you probably could connect your video ideas to other niche. For instance, celebrity collabs or flexibility, or elderly people, or new zeitgeist, or scientific approach. The bottom line is you need to find a unique angle that no one else had executed well enough. So again, do you remember the statement? I do not believe that attention is dead, and I show speed is living example of this. So hacking the YouTube algorithm to get more business and views for yourself is still a possibility, for now at least. Yeah, it's hard, but you don't have to go to the extremities like him to achieve a fraction of his view outcomes. Alright, these were my observations, and here is my statement. I think YouTube has a ton of potential for businesses, whether it's expertise related, attention related, or brick and mortar business. It's just a question of your creativity on tackling these questions, and on this channel I want to explore all of these questions and more of untapped areas of YouTube for all kinds of businesses and share it with you. And here's my first offer. I want to work with one of you to help you grow your educational YouTube channel with my strategy consulting for free. I want to take on only one person right now. If you are interested, there is a link below this video where you can read more about this partnership offer.